Hello guys and welcome to FPL Chiropractors podcast with me, Kyle, and Noppy, and we're going to be discussing game week 1 and all the fun stuff and all the, what would you say, Noppy? All like the, what am I trying to say here?
Everything to look forward to for game week 2 as well.
Yes, game week 2. As you can see at the minute, on the screen right now is my team for game week 1, and Noppy, I had an absolute storm. I was surprised myself, honestly. I surprised myself big time.
You did really well. Off to a flyer. So
which is crazy. So to start, we are going to discuss just my team quickly, just how me and Noppy got on from game week 1, and then we'll move into potential transfers and looking forward to other game weeks and obviously going into game week 2. So starting off with my team, Noppy. I mean, I think I did well looking at the defence. Sanchez was a great pick. I mean, it was a bit of a risk in my eyes due to playing Crystal Palace. I think Crystal Palace are a good side, and I think they proved that definitely against Chelsea. Going into the back line as well, I think I was really unlucky, especially with Tarkowski and Aina, I think, not getting a clean sheet. I personally feel really unlucky there. I don't know. I think you did as well. Yeah. You did actually. We'll get to Noppy's team a bit in a couple of minutes here. But, yeah, Aina, man, I mean, what was it? A penalty in the last 10 minutes of the game?
Yeah, same with Tarkowski. Like, both of them were penalties. So, you should definitely count yourself unlucky there because... I thought Forest and Everton both defended very well. So, but I guess that's promising for future game weeks that you have two defenders that have good defenses. So,
yeah. And then Saliba did well. I mean, I think you just have to have an Arsenal defender just due to the fact I think they're going to keep clean sheets probably the most this year. But yeah, that's it with the defence, really. The only other thing to note is that, obviously, Konsa on the bench. He got a red card, but still got 3 points, which is kind of crazy, to be fair. He got 1 point less than Tarkowski and Aina, which is crazy. But he still got 3 points.
It's so
straight
weird.
Red.
It's so weird with FPL because, he did get sent off, but technically he kept the clean sheet. So he gets the clean sheet
crazy.
Points, even though he gets sent off. So... yeah, maybe that's something they'll have to look at some point to see if they want to remove that, maybe. But yeah.
And we got Wan-Bissaka as well, who obviously they did lose 3-0 to Sunderland, which, I mean... I couldn't believe it, to be honest. I couldn't believe it. I knew they'd give him a game, but I didn't think 3-0. So yeah, that's the defence. Going into the midfield, that's where I cleaned up house, I think. My midfield went crazy, besides 2 players, but my midfield went crazy. Salah, obviously, that was so lucky in my eyes that when does Salah ever cut inside and shoot with his right foot? Like, what was that? I was like, I couldn't believe it myself. Like, when does Salah ever do that? So might prove me wrong, but Salah never cuts in on the right.
It doesn't happen
on the right,
often,
and then gets his right foot. Yeah, so that was weird. He must have known. He must have known. Obviously, the 2 stinkers for me, Palmer and Dye. I actually saw a horrible stat about Palmer, which I did tell Noppy, that he's not scored an open play in the Premier League since January. But I mean, I don't know, man. Palmer's one of those players for me where I feel like he could just have a complete blowout and score like 4 or 5 goals in a game if he really wanted to. He definitely could. You know what I mean? I feel like that's possible.
He's one of the few players in FPL that can go out and score like 4 goals in a game. There's not a lot of players like that. Yeah. It's like him, it's Salah, it's Haaland. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Palmer, it's a bit weird because he was so good against PSG in the final.
He was,
But like he played like a bit of a different role there. So he played like in that kind of like right pocket, and he was able to cut inside, and that's where we see the best of Palmer. But we didn't see that against Palace, which is
But I think that might be due to Palace though. Palace are a good side. You know what I mean? I don't think Palace are as bad as people think. I think Palace could be some good assets to have there, especially in the defence, or maybe even Dean Henderson. But yeah, Palmer didn't really perform. But they have got West Ham next game week, so we'll see how that gets on. We got Ndiaye there. Ndiaye, I mean, Everton never really got going. They only really got going for me in the second half. And even then, it wasn't anything crazy. Beto, I mean... Beto was awful. He might as well not played, honestly. He was terrible. Illiman, though, he looks okay. He didn't have any opportunities, really. Grealish came on, played a few minutes, but I think Everton's one of them where I think they're a slow burner in my eyes. I don't know, and I'm gonna stick with that. Kudus was great, 2 assists. I can't be any more happy with that. That's fantastic. And then obviously the standout midfield for me is Rangers, because he is 5.5 mil, and I actually watched the whole of the Wolves Man City game, and he was incredible. Honestly, I've said this a few times. I mean, I know it's only one game. Okay, so I know it's one game, and anyone can perform in one game, but he looked like Frank Lampard in his prime. I'm not even kidding. You remember that season where Frank Lampard scored like 15 plus goals or something? I was like, what?
Yeah, he looked like that kind of box crasher, just like Frank Lampard, like
Gerrard-esque. Yeah, he was just. But then he was in so many advanced positions. Like he was almost playing like it was like City in the attack were doing like a 4-2-3-1 with like Haaland down the middle, and then just he was like almost playing as a winger. It was so strange. He was like, what the hell?
He played like 10. He was very close to Haaland.
Yeah. It's like second striker-esque. It was kind of interesting.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays like against Tottenham, because that's going to be a tough test.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And then obviously up top, we've got Chris Wood, which, I mean, I just had to back him, man. I've got a feeling about Brentford. I feel like Brentford might be the new... what do you call it? Do they call them whipping boys? I don't know.
Say that, exactly that.
I feel like Brentford could be that alongside Burnley, but we'll see. But yeah, I stuck with Chris Wood. I mean, I just feel like if he's going to drop off, I just don't see you scoring 19 goals and then going straight down to like 5. I think Chris Wood's probably going to get 15. I think that's probably fair.
He consistently gets like 10 plus goals every season. Sometimes even more than that. And last season was one of those. I gotta agree with Brentford. Like it's only 1 week, but it looks like they can definitely get relegated.
It doesn't look good, does it?
No.
Doesn't look good. And then obviously Jared Bowen up top. I mean, I think when I watched the extended highlights, I think he had one good chance where he kind of pushed it out wide to the right and then had a shot away, but I think the keeper saved him. But other than that, nothing crazy, but he looks kind of sharp. I don't know if there's issues at West Ham. I've heard that inside news that there's a massive like issue going on between some people want Potter in and some people want Potter out. That's what I've heard. And there's a lack of leadership apparently. But I don't know. I think Bowen's still going to come up house, I think. I mean, we'll talk about my team later, but yeah, that was my team really. I think the only thing I didn't mention is Dubravka and Mark Guehi. Either way, he didn't play, and Dubravka obviously had a stinker. He conceded 3 goals, but going forward, he's going to be their number 1. So potentially, there's potential minutes for in my team, should I say, as a starting keeper. But we'll see. But yeah, that's my team. So a great 81 point start. So if anyone did get the average, I'm a good amount of points ahead there.
Like
so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Yeah. So I'm happy with that.
And you got 2 players with DEFCON too, Tarkowski and Aina. And we were talking about this last week with Aina. I was saying like, why are you not picking Williams? Because he averages more DEFCON, and you just went, nah, I want to go Aina. And I was like, okay, fair play. And then he goes and gets the DEFCON, and I'm like, okay.
Like some of you guys that are watching this now, I mean, a lot of people that I speak to FPL about and whatever, they always say, why Saliba? And you say with Saliba got more points than Gabriel. And I just think it's too obvious to go Gabriel Magalhaes. It's too obvious. I mean, last year I did the same thing, and Saliba came up trumps for me. He got way more points than Gabriel. I mean, it was just time and place for me to have Saliba at that time, but when it comes to picking either centre back, I always go Saliba just because I feel like he's always been a difference maker for me. So I just went with him because he's always done that for me, and it's paid off again, which to be honest is quite lucky. But I think these DEFCON points are important though, because even you look at Tarkowski, right? Even though they lost 1-0, he could have potentially got a clean sheet, and in my eyes probably should have. And he still got 4 points. That's great. And that's actually really good.
If they did keep the clean sheets, he probably would have gone on bonus as well. So
probably would have got 9 points, same as Saliba, possibly. Yeah,
exactly.
So it's one of them. But yeah, that's my team. Let's get on to Noppy's team now, guys, which is a little bit more interesting. Let me just pop it up here. There we go. God. So Noppy, take it away. Just tell us how many points you got, and just tell me through your team.
Yeah, so I didn't quite have as good of a week, 51 points. So kind of disappointed with that. But yeah, so I have the same keeper as Kyle. I have Sanchez. Came with 8 points. He actually got like the bonus system got changed a little bit, so he actually got an added bonus afterwards, which was nice for us Sanchez owners.
Oh.
And yeah, Porto kept a clean sheet. It actually, like, Burnley actually cost them some issues, but
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they had a few opportunities, didn't they?
yeah, they did. But yeah, I'm happy with the clean sheet. And Porto, yeah, he created a lot of chances. He looks promising, and I'm really happy that I have him. And then the other two, like,
oh, this is unlucky. Yeah,
the Kuiper, like, Brighton defended so well in that game.
Yeah.
And then they concede off of a corner in the 97th minute. I just knew I just knew there and then that this is just not my week.
I saw you comment on like an FPL post and you're like, but I've got the Kuiper and something like that. I was like, oh no, Noppy, no. Oh, yeah. It's so funny. It's not funny, but it is, you know.
And that was Fulham's only big chance in the whole game.
yeah. So I mean, crazy.
At least I guess it's kind of promising going forward. Like, I know that Brighton's gonna be kind of solid. So yeah, I'm still happy to own Dick Kuiper, but yeah, he didn't take the penalty. So I was a bit disappointed by that, but I still have hope because O'Reilly did take the pen, and he's been rumored away to Juventus. So if he goes there, there's still a chance the Kuiper might be on pens. So I'm gonna keep him, and hopefully he will be on pens. But yeah, it's not looking good right now. And yeah, Williams, like we talked about with Nottingham Forest, they conceded a penalty. So like otherwise, they didn't really let Brentford do a whole lot. It was pretty like comfortable for Forest. So.
It's really interesting because you're literally like 2 goals away, or not 2 goals not happening from having a good week defensively. You literally are.
Yeah,
like there were 2 like one's a penalty and one's like a 97th-minute header. It's like that's so unlucky.
If just one of those kept a clean sheet, I would have been so much happier about my week. Well, especially if both did. But yeah, so. I will count myself a bit unlucky. Obviously, Williams got a yellow card as well, so that doesn't help. But yeah, going into the midfield, this is really the only place where it kind of went okay-ish. Because Salah scored, and Gakpo scored, and I was really happy about that because I was so convinced throughout the whole preseason that Gakpo was a great pick. And I didn't really know why there wasn't as much love for him as Wirtz, for example, because he's 1 million cheaper, and I knew he would be more of a goal threat than Wirtz. Because Wirtz, he will be more of the playmaker, and I feel like Gakpo, Ekitike, and Salah will be the ones scoring the goals. So that's why I went for
agree.
Gakpo.
Yeah, and I feel like Wirtz might be the guy that's like the pass before the assist as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Potentially, yeah.
Exactly.
I can agree with that. Yeah.
And also Gakpo got 90 minutes, which I was very happy about.
Yeah.
Because, like, as soon as Diaz left, I was like, okay, Gakpo's probably gonna start a lot of games, play a lot of minutes, because there's not really a natural left winger in that team. Otherwise, it's like Chiesa, but I know Slot doesn't really rate him. He did score in the last game, but I mean that was his first Premier League goal, so yeah. So I don't see that as a big threat. And yeah, Bruno Fernandes, 1 DEFCON away from getting the DEFCON points, so yeah, that was another one of those. Otherwise, I thought United looked great against Arsenal.
No, I did as well. Yeah, I did.
So I'm happy I do have Bruno, and he actually created like quite a lot of chances, even though he was playing very deep. So I'm happy to have him because now they got 2 easier games. Arsenal was the toughest one, so yeah. Then Palmer, yeah, we talked about, just very disappointing. Dewsbury Hall, I don't know what to think about him because I feel like that's the only mistake in my team because I did really want Reinders for a big portion of the preseason. But I decided that I want to spend that 0.5 in Bruno instead, and in
I think what I like about Dewsbury Hall though is that he takes all the free kicks, all the set pieces from what I saw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He takes all the corners. So that's an upside. And I feel like Everton especially, Tarkowski's definitely going to get a headed goal, or, you know, O'Brien or someone. I just see that in Everton scoring a set piece, especially under Moyes. So
yeah, with Dewsbury Hall, like, he is super cheap. Like, he is only 5 mil.
Yeah.
And he did play 90. He was on set pieces. Create some chances, but Everton they were just poor. So
yeah, they were.
So I don't really feel the pick is bad based on the player. It's more like the team. So that's what it is. But yeah, so I'll see what I do with him in the coming weeks. I haven't lost my hope yet, but we'll see. And then João Pedro, Watkins both blanked. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing.
That's a bit upsetting. Like, I did watch the Villa game as well. It was like they were really good at winning the ball back, but then just didn't do anything with it. They'd get the ball and then they'd have it for like a minute, if that, and then it'd just be straight back to Newcastle again. But I think Newcastle have got a very good midfield. I think it's very underlooked. Newcastle midfield. I think it is really good. I think Newcastle was just missing a striker, but I don't know though. Maybe Aston Villa just having an off game. I'm not sure.
The thing is, with both Chelsea and Villa, they both didn't look great in the first game. I would definitely say Chelsea looked a lot better than Villa, because Villa, I would say I was the most disappointed in Villa of all teams in the league.
I'd agree. Yeah, because at least you guys created chances. I mean, I think more chances. Villa had like one chance to my memory. That was it. And it wasn't even like anything. It wasn't like clear cut. You know, it was just
Watkins had like one shot off on his left, like right outside of the box. That was pretty much it. So but anyways, with Chelsea and Villa, that was like their toughest fixture. Like in this like first couple of games. So I'm definitely gonna hold off. Like, I'm not gonna take them out straight away.
It's worth holding on to. Definitely.
But I'm happy to own Michael Keane as well, because they were really close to keep that clean sheet, and he's not as good for defcons as Tarkowski, but he's not too bad. I think he got 7 in that game. You only need 10 as a defender, so like, because he's 4.5, I'm happy to own him until Branthwaite comes back. But that sounds like it's gonna be quite a while, so I'm happy to own him at least.
And I'm pretty sure I've been having a look. I think Mikolenko's going to come back. I think they just lacked like any natural fullbacks. You know what I mean? I think apparently Mikolenko's come back, and they are in, I think, talks of signing like a left back or a right back. So or right back. Sorry. I think they'll be okay when they come back in.
The left back they signed from Bayern too, Asnu. He was out for that game too, which I was surprised about. I didn't expect that. So they didn't really have a natural left back. And also with Everton, Grealish obviously didn't start, so that's gonna help when he gets going. And I think Barry's probably gonna start next game, because Beto just looked awful.
Beto's performance was really bad. I don't actually know what he was doing. Every ball that came to him just bounced off of him. It was not good. It wasn't good at all. So
if Dewsbury Hall keeps playing in the 10 and Everton gets going, then I'll be laughing. Then I'll be having much more fun the next coming weeks.
I feel like playing FPL at the minute. I feel like you shouldn't really, in my opinion, be making any changes. Like, for at least the first couple of game weeks, 3 game weeks, 4 game weeks, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You should be looking at the long term when you're picking your first team. I don't know, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, that's what I did, and that's why I'm not gonna lose my hope. Based off of 1 week, especially when I didn't think my game week 1 team in particular looked like great, just because a lot of my players had difficult fixtures. So I think next game week's gonna be better. Should we look at my team for next week?
Your team for next week? Yeah, we'll go for yours. Yeah, is it this one? It's this one, isn't it? Oh, is that a bench boost? Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to you about this.
Right.
Okay. So my starting 11, I found it really difficult to pick a starting 11 this week because there's a lot of players that I think can score points this week. Like, I feel like all my defenders actually can score points. So right now I have Sanchez in goal, Keane, Estev, Pedro Porro, and De Kuiper. So a 4-4-2 this week.
Okay.
Salah, Palmer, Fernandes, Gakpo, Pedro, and Watkins captain. So, and my bench as well. Like, Dubravka got Sunderland at home, Dewsbury Hall got Brighton at home, Williams got Palace away, and Gu, yeah, he's not gonna play, but he's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, with the bench boost, my thinking is that I feel like I have like 14 good players for this week. Gu is just like a dead spot, but I am happy with the 3 other like bench players, so that's why I'm thinking maybe I should just do the bench boost, like get it out of the way, and then I don't have to think about it, because I've looked ahead and I don't really know when I would want to bench boost otherwise, because I talked to you a little bit about Game Week 8.
Yeah.
And I looked at that, and a lot of the players I have right now don't have great fixtures in that game, in that week, because everything got like Liverpool away. So I would probably have to make like 3-4 transfers just to get to a bench boost, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's not worth it. So I can just bench boost this week without having to make any transfers, and then I don't have to think about it after I wild card, because that's the real thing. I don't want to like think about it when I wild card, because then I have to like put money into my bench. And
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
I don't love that. So what do you think about that? Am I like crazy?
No, I think that's probably good. Like, obviously, you will think you'd be missing points on GUI, but I think for your keepers especially, it's a great game week, I think, for both your keepers. I know a lot of people watching this now might be thinking, what? Sunderland should beat West Ham 3-0. But I've said this to not. I've got a lot of theories about Sunderland. Okay, I think when Sunderland first came up, I thought they're going down. Okay, but they've signed so many players, and they've signed good quality players, like for what they need to potentially stay up. And I think they're going to do very similar to Nottingham Forest when they first came up. Spent a lot of money, got a few good loans, and I think they got 42 points. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they got 42 points, and I think 30 of those points were all at home. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, I don't know. And Burnley have really got to kind of get something here, especially after losing 3-0 to Tottenham. So, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is with Dubravka, because I would say, like, in my prediction, I put them bottom, and I think that's fair. Because I do think they're gonna finish last, because they just haven't signed enough. They don't really have any attacking talents, like a lot of attacking talents. I don't see where the goal's gonna come from. But yeah, so I was just thinking, like, what's like team would I be happy to play Dubravka against? And
that's it, yeah.
And you would probably put, well, Sunderland, Leeds. Both look pretty impressive in Game Week 1, but
yeah, they did, yeah.
Probably has to be one of those, and then it's also maybe Wolves and Brentford. That's pretty much it.
And I think looking at Leeds and Sunderland as well, there's definitely a factor that they both were at home. You know what I mean? And it's also we're back in the Premier League after like 2-3. Well, as for Leeds, like 2-3 years out, and then Sunderland like 10 years. You know what I mean? So it's that has to be a factor, 100%. You know that we're back in the Premier League. So yeah. Definitely, and I think, like you said, looking if you had to play Dubravka against any team, even though Sunderland did win 3-0 last week, you've got to think, it is Burnley at home as well. So out of the two teams, you probably would say Leeds or Sunderland for sure for Dubravka. Yeah,
and I don't want to take any credit away from Sunderland, but like the keepers stink that game. Like they shouldn't have scored 3 goals. They Hermansson should have saved 2 of those goals.
He was bad. Yeah, he was bad.
He was really, really bad. So, we also talked about Brentford and Wolves there. And in the first half of the season, they played them away from home. So it's not ideal. So Dubravka has Sunderland away at home. I mean, in this game, and then Leeds at home in Game Week 8. So I don't know. And that's the thing, because he's the only 4 mil keeper. Like, he's the only one you can have on a bench boost, really, in my opinion. Because otherwise you're going to have to go up to a 4.5, and that's not ideal. But yeah, why I'm so happy about it, too, especially, is if... there's been a verbal agreement between Palace and Spurs that Esse is leaving. So... if Estes not playing against Forest, that just boosts Forest's chance of a clean sheet. So,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's also another factor. That's why I'm like kind of happy with bench boosting this. And you never know with Dewsbury Hall. He might get a return against Brighton, but then again I have the Kuiper, so I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't. Yeah,
it's a
yeah, that is interesting, that one. I don't know. Well, either way, it's like either way you're gonna gain points possibly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the worst thing you could hope for is I don't know. I wouldn't say the worst thing because I mean if Everton score, you got to think Dewsbury Hall is gonna have some sort of involvement possibly. I mean, there's a big chance.
Yeah.
And it could swing the other way. You know, it could swing the other way. So I feel like you're in for some good points in the defense there, definitely.
With the Kuiper as well. Like even if he does concede, he might pop up with like an attacking return because he's very attacking, and it's not impossible. And I also wanted to talk to you about captaincy because I find it so difficult this week.
No, I mean I did, but then I just thought back to last year and thought, okay,
fair enough.
We'll talk about your team for now. But Watkins, I think that's a great pick. I do. I mean, I've told you my thoughts on Keith Andrews. I know a bit about him. You know, I like the guy. But I just don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's the guy for Brentford. Maybe he is. I don't know. But I just think that's a great fixture for Villa. Yes, Villa played absolutely ass last week, but I feel like they're gonna turn it around. Hopefully, I think. But I think Newcastle are still a good team. Yeah, Isaac's not there, but they're still a good team. They've still got the fundamentals. They've still got that core. You know what I mean? They've still got that spine. I just with no point on it. You know. So yeah, I think that's a good captaincy. I think because we'll speak about the Liverpool Newcastle game later. But yeah, no, I think that's a good captaincy, and I think it's a bit different. You know. Well, I say different.
Yeah.
I think people will either go for probably him or Palmer, but I think you've probably got to look at Watkins and what Brentford played like and think, you know.
There's a lot of people that are gonna captain like Arsenal players too, and
because of Leeds, and
the people that have Holland obviously will like captain him probably.
Yeah.
It's just for this week, like I feel like there's not a lot of weeks where you can back against Salah because like he's just he can almost be perma captain, but I just look at this Newcastle away game and it's gonna be so toxic. It's a Monday night game, and
I was gonna say that they're going to be there. I mean, that was my point. I think Newcastle alone are going to be up for this more than anything. Like the fans, the players, just due to the fact that you know they were after his boy, after their boy, and Newcastle fans are going to make it hard. You know what I mean? Let alone everything else. Let alone the game itself, and the players as well. They want to prove like no, this is us. We're better than you. You know what I mean? You're not just going to come and get our top player. We're going to give you a game here. So I think it could. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be a tricky game. I think and it's at St James's. Oh God.
Yeah, this whole Isaac situation is such a mess. Yeah. And like we saw in game week 1, like Villa are a really good attack, but Newcastle just kept them quiet like throughout the whole game. So. Yeah, I was just thinking, okay, I want to back against Salah, so it's between Palmer and Watkins for me. And well, the thing is, like, if Palmer doesn't play in that like right pocket, like that right 10 or right wing even, he's just not gonna do the business, and he hasn't been doing it in the Premier League since Jan, so I just can't back him. So I'm gonna go a bit different, go Watkins, playing his old team, they just conceded 3 to 4s, which were really bad attacking wise in preseason. I know preseason is preseason, but still.
And one last thing on your team, like what do you actually think of João Pedro? Because I personally, I felt like he was a tiny bit lost in the Palace game, and this is me being honest, right? I think Delap looked better when he came on than Pedro.
Yeah,
I feel like he looked more comfortable in the game than Pedro did. That would be my only concern, you know. But I think João Pedro starts though. But
it was not a great game for him. Definitely not. Yeah. But he's still first choice because like he's been doing so well for them now ever since he's come in, and Delap hasn't been at that same level. He's been good when he's come on, but he's not been at the same level as Pedro has been when he's been at his best. And yeah, it's just Palace. They just defended really well, and they clogged up the middle of the pitch especially. So Chelsea had to go out wide for most of the game, and I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot more open against West Ham for sure.
Yeah, I feel that way as well. I think we briefly discussed it on Discord, haven't we? Over message and whatnot, and we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we look at my team. But no, I think other than that, Noppy's solid team. I think it's probably a good idea to play bench boost. I think it's pretty solid. I think you're in for points either way here, like a good 80 plus. I don't know, maybe. Hopefully. Unless everybody has a stinker, but I just can't see it. But yeah, is there anything else you want to say about your team, or do you want to move on to mine?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say as well, I'm gonna roll my transfer. Not gonna panic or anything. I'm happy with my team.
Any money in the bank or not? Is that
zero?
Okay.
Yeah. So cool. Let's go to your team.
To my team. Okay, here we go. So here is my team, which obviously looking at it, I've got Sanchez in net. Saliba, Tarkowski, Aina at the back, Rangers, Salah, Palmer and Dye, Kudus in the midfield, and then Wood and Bode up front. Dubravka on the bench, Wan-Bissaka, Mark Gahey and Konsa on the bench. Which I'm completely unchanged. I haven't changed it, which, I mean, people might look at it and think, oh, that's a bit weird. But no, I just think the team that I selected, including the bench, was just good enough for... just good enough. The only thing I would probably say is that Konsa getting the red card, I was probably planning on playing Konsa. And I'll be honest, I would have probably played Konsa against Aina, possibly. Yeah. Because Crystal Palace, I mean, yes, I know Eze's going, but I don't know. I think I'm probably better off getting points from Konsa, Brentford away than Aina for some reason. So that's the only thing I probably would have done. And on top of that, maybe Dubravka. I am still toying with this. I don't. It might be a last minute thing. I might play Dubravka instead of Sanchez because I had a theory, and I've said this to not a theory, prediction. I said this to Noppy. I feel like Chelsea are going to concede, against West Ham. But I think Chelsea are going to win like 3-1, 4-1 possibly. But I feel as though West Ham are going to score. And I think it's going to be the boy Bowen. Obviously, I would say that he's in my team. But that's why I've got him. But you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with my team, Noppy, honestly. I think I feel quite lucky in a way. Saliba against Leeds, I think is great. I mean, at the Emirates, that's going to be really tough for Leeds. Tarkowski, he was great, I thought. Very unlucky to concede that penalty. Aina, I do like Aina. Rangers, obviously, the standout. Rangers have been incredible, and I'm probably just going to keep him. The only thing I do fear is Pep Roulette could still be a thing, because Shirky came on and Malamouche came on, and they look good as well. You know what I mean? So it depends how Pep wants to play it. I wouldn't be surprised, because I'm led to believe at this moment in time, at the moment of recording, Rangers is the most transferred in player by like 856,000. So that's crazy. And I've seen this happen before, where people transfer him in and he doesn't play next game. And that could happen because he did have a great game. But it depends how Pep wants to play it against Tottenham. And I don't know. City rarely go unchanged. I think he will. Yeah, I think he will. Kudus is in there because I think Kudus is that spark or that electricity Spurs are going to have this year. I don't really see anyone else stepping up to it, in my opinion. I mean, Richarlison did really well, but I don't see him being the guy. I think Kudus is really, really a really good technical player. So if they are going to score any goals, and Spurs love playing against Man City, I think it's going to come through Kudus. So I'm quite happy with that. And Dye again, obviously. I mean, they're playing Brighton. I mean, I don't really know what to expect there. I'm just hoping for maybe a clean sheet and maybe a goal. I don't know. Palmer, obviously, I think it's too early to be thinking about getting rid of Palmer. I think you've got to keep him and ride him out, especially with the fixtures they've got. And then Wood and Bowen up top. I mean, we've already discussed Bowen, but Wood and I don't know how that game's going to go. But as you can see as well, my captain is Salah. Which, I think looking at it, Noppy, I didn't really know who else to captain, I'll be honest. I wasn't looking at anyone thinking, I want to captain them. The only person I thought of, which doesn't make any sense, was Saliba, but I'm not even set on that.
No,
so I
don't do that.
Exactly. So I was like, right, in my head, I just went, right, what do you never do? You never back against Salah. So I thought, right, Salah. There you go. It has to be Salah. But this could be stinky. But at the same time, in my head, I do have that 20-point gain. You know what I mean? On most people in my league. I think most people did get around 50, 60 points. So I've got that that ahead of people. And it's Salah. Salah could easily get a brace against Newcastle. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Of course, yeah.
Like, my prediction for that game is, this is going to sound so contradictory. My prediction for that game is like either 1-0 Newcastle or Liverpool go there and just win 4-0. You know what I mean? But yeah, and I think Newcastle's lack of striker as well. It just screams to me that they're not going to score more than 2, and I think Liverpool could easily do that. But as Noppy did say before, and I do agree, I think it's going to be Newcastle fans, players, everything's going to make that game really rough for them. They're going to be. Yeah, they're going to be up for that big time. But yeah, as I say, my team is completely unchanged. The only thing... Well, we'll get into transfers later, but yeah, that's my team. I'm completely unchanged. I don't think there's any real need for me to change at all. Yeah.
No.
I mean...
Yeah, your team is good. Regarding captaincy, like the only one I see in your team that you could captain is Palmer, but just like I talked about, like I'm not... overly happy myself to go there, so
and that's how I feel as well.
The Salah captain for sure, because he's just so reliable, and
that's it. Never back against him. Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, I'd be happy just to get an assist, which sounds crazy because it's Mo Salah, but he's my premium player. If you got Salah or Haaland, I don't know, man. I feel like you got to captain him, but I could see 100% why Noppy has gone for Watkins, because if I had Watkins, I'd probably go for Watkins as well. But With people probably saying, why don't you transfer him in there? And I'm just like, no, this is the team I picked. I don't want to start making crazy transfers, because I could transfer Watkins in, Watkins gets injured, and I'm like, oh wow, you know what I mean? Or I could transfer, I don't know, somebody else. I could transfer Conser out and get someone else, but I don't want to do that. I feel like you should really play it, at least get a build up of like 3 transfers minimum in my eyes. I've set this team up for the long term, maybe to like game week 4 or 5. So.
Yeah, I did talk to you about that with Bowen and Watkins.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I would do the transfer personally because I don't like what I saw at all from West Ham.
I want to, but in FPL lore, in my eyes, I just need to stick. I need to stick because I see Bowen could score, and if Bowen, I think in the next game, Chelsea will concede a goal. Okay, you just kept a clean sheet. You're not gonna. I just can't see you keeping 2 clean sheets back to back. I don't see it. Right. I just don't. So I just think. I think Chelsea are gonna win, but I think West Ham will score. And if West Ham are scoring, there's like an 85% chance that Bowen's involved. And after that performance, and they're at home as well. Let's not forget they're at home. You got to back the home players as well.
True.
They're gonna be up for it. After losing to Sunderland, little Sunderland. They need to show up. You know what I mean? They need to show up. Yeah, they might lose, but maybe they'll lose 3-2. Maybe they'll lose 4-2. At least they're going to score some goals.
It is a London derby as well, and
exactly.
You said there was like a lot of players that were against the manager or something. So
there's talk. I don't know how true this is, but there's some like players that aren't keen apparently, or there's lack of leadership as well. So I don't know. So it could either be really bad, but
either they will want to bounce back, or they're just not gonna turn up because they want the manager sacked. I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, like I said to you, Noppy, I mean, I would transfer Bowen outright, but I feel like in my eyes, I've got to stick. I don't want to make a transfer. I don't want to go into the next game week having 1 transfer. You know what I mean? I don't want that. So I'm gonna stick and just keep it going because I'm quite happy with my team. And like I say, I've got that points lead as well. So yeah, and I'm quite happy. I'm really happy with my team. I feel like I've got a lot of solid players. So yeah.
Bowen is just Mr. West Ham. He's so consistent. So
that's it. That's it.
I can definitely see why you want to keep him because Bowen is always a good asset in FPL. He's so good. So
yeah, and I know what's going to happen. He's going to blank against Chelsea. Chelsea win 3-0. I'll get rid of him game week 5 or 6 or something, and then he'll net 2, and then he'll score. He'll go on like a 4-game streak of scoring every game. It's like, oh, fantastic. That's what's going to happen. I can see it already, man. But yeah.
It's just like West Ham, like, man, I'm worried for them. And like they have some
Brentford
tough games coming up, so Potter could be one of the first to get sacked.
He could be. He could.
Yeah.
He could. Yeah. But yeah, talking on transfers, I mean, we did. Yeah. Well, we're going to cover it now. So let's look at the top transfers. So if we look at the, let me get it up on my screen here. So if we look at the top transfers for this week, So we've got the most transferred in is Rangers, which I can completely understand. That is really understandable. And under that you got Semenyo, which I think that's understandable as well. Yeah, he's 7 million, but he performs, and his fixtures for next few are amazing. They've got Wolves, Tottenham, Brighton, Newcastle, Leeds. I mean, I think they're okay. I think they're good fixtures personally.
Yeah. I really like Semenyo.
Yeah, I do as well. Ekatike is in there. I think he was really positive. I did like him. I don't think he'd be making my FPL team anytime soon though. I don't know. I don't see it. I don't know. I just don't. Do you or not?
I really like what I've seen from him, and
yeah, so do I.
If Isaac doesn't go there, he is like an amazing option. But if Isaac goes there, like it's hard to see how like everyone's gonna fit in. Like, because if they bring in Isaac, surely he has to start, and then does Ekitike go on the bench? Does he play off the left? Like,
what happens?
Yeah, so it's a bit of a weird situation, but. Yeah, I would probably wait a little bit with Ekitike until the transfer window is closed at least, because they have 2 tough fixtures anyways coming up, Newcastle and Arsenal.
I think that'll be a better tell, won't it, for Liverpool than Ekitike, for sure.
Yeah, I would say so.
Chris Wood, one of the most transferred in, 4th most transferred in. I can understand that, to be honest. I mean, the only hard fixture in my eyes they've got is maybe Arsenal away. I think everything else is pretty nailed on. I kind of like that, to be honest. I feel like I'm in a good position with Chris Wood there. Would you be tempted to get him in at all, Noppy, or not? Like after Arsenal or not? Or I mean,
I don't know. The thing is, I'll have to see how João Pedro does this coming week. If he doesn't do well, I could already bring in Wood in game week 3 because they do have West Ham. I have thought about that, but the 7.5 that I want the most actually is Mateta. He has a good run of fixtures from game week 4, so yeah, that's when I would probably want to get him in. But yeah, to be fair, he has Sunderland, West Ham, and then he has Liverpool and Everton, and then he has Bournemouth. So yeah, 2 good fixtures, then a little bit more mixed. But yeah, I do really like Mateta, so that's probably my preferred choice. But Wood is tempting.
Yeah, no, I'm quite happy that I've got him. And then 5th most transferred in is Bollard, which, I mean, that's just, I don't see that man personally. I mean, yes, they've got Burnley, then Brentford. I mean, looking at that, that's 2 good fixtures there, to be honest, for some of these 4.6 currently.
Oh, he's gone up in price.
But, yeah, which is crazy. They have got nicest fixtures, but I don't know, man. I just feel like, how many of those games are away? So they've got Burnley away. Okay, they're at home against Brentford, but they're away, home, and then away. So I don't know. And the next home fixture is Brentford, which is good, but then the one after that's Villa, which is going to be tough. So I don't know. We shall see. So that's the most top transferred in players, which I can understand. Wait, did we already cover Rangers? Did you say you'd want to get him in, Noppy? What's your thought on getting him in?
So with Reinders, like I feel like that's the only mistake I made in my team. I didn't go Reinders. I went to Dewsbury. So the thing is, though, I don't really know where I would have like freed up that 0.5. I guess it would have been probably like Bruno down to Wirtz, but the thing is, like, I'm not really convinced about Wirtz right now. So maybe it wasn't a mistake. But of course, Reinders looked amazing in game week 1, and if he keeps playing the same position and keeps playing 90 minutes, like, he's gonna be a bargain at that price.
I keep comparing him to Morgan Rogers, but better. But way better.
Yeah.
But I know it's only one game week. Right, let's not get twisted. It's only one game week, but still.
Yeah, it's only one game week. And like the thing is, if I want to get him in, I would have to do 2 transfers because I would have to free up money somewhere. And I don't fancy taking a -4 when they're playing Spurs. So because I do think that's going to be tougher than a lot of people think. And after that, they have Brighton away, United, which is Manchester derby, and then Arsenal away. So I don't love the fixtures. So I think I'm just probably gonna wait. And I am planning a free hit in game week 6, so I'll probably have Reinders at that point if I don't have him already, and if he's still getting games and is playing in that more advanced role. And then after the free hit, I might think about like trying and get him in like permanently. But that's in game week 7, so like I don't really have to think about that right now.
Yeah, you can sort of assess him. I mean, you never know. Sometimes people have a debut, splash in the pan, have a great game, and that's it. You know, they never do anything again. But I don't know. I just feel like he just had quality. You know, he
looks so good.
I know. Yeah.
I was thinking that on Saturday I was like, yeah, should I just take a -4 to get him in? But I don't know.
I know you say that now and watch him like get a brace against Tottenham or something. You're like, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, yeah. If he does that,
we'll see though. We'll see. You never know. He might wait until the lineup's come out. He might not even start. I mean, I feel like he has to, but you never know. You never know. But yeah, that's the most top transferred in players. But transferred out. I mean, looking at it, there's there's 3 there that don't even really mean anything. I mean, Konsa, obviously, red card. Isaac, obviously, he doesn't know where he's going to be playing. And Guardiola, who I believe is injured. The top most transferred out, though, I think is quite interesting. I thought the top most transferred out would have been Isaac, Konsa, and maybe Guardiola. But it's Wirtz. I find that really harsh. I don't understand that, because, I mean... I don't think he played awful. I feel like he plays those really like cute dead balls. You know, he plays them. He plays.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's kind of shocked me that nearly 400,000 people have transferred him out. Unless people have probably gone from Wirtz to Rangers or Wirtz to Semenyo or vice versa. You know, they've probably got a better value midfielder, probably 5, 6, 7. So yeah. I don't know.
I feel like people are probably just like really impatient because. Well, he wasn't bad in game week 1. I think he was actually pretty good. But the thing is that he blanked, and now they have 2 tougher fixtures coming up, and he's 8.5 mil, so he is expensive. So that's probably why a lot of people are transferring him out. But I wouldn't personally, because like it's only 1 game week, and.
Yeah,
he was great in the Community Shield. He got the assist in that game. So and we know that Liverpool are gonna score a lot of goals. Even in the tougher games, they're gonna score goals. So I wouldn't be worried yet. Give him a couple of games and see how he does.
Yeah, I can get why people maybe transfer down, but I feel like at the same time, if you've taken that gamble, stick with it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to take that gamble because I thought 8.5 for a midfield is a bit much for me, especially when he's unknown, you know, and I didn't really know where to stand with him. So, yeah. And then obviously, 5th there, we've got João Pedro, which, I mean, I personally can understand, but... I think...
We talked about this before. It's because he's so heavily owned and... Well, he blanked. He didn't get 90 minutes. He came off in the 72nd minute or something, so people are just... probably really impatient, didn't like what they saw and just start transferring him out. Maybe like also like people who didn't really know what they were getting, because I feel like a lot of people that know football know that Delap is there, he's gonna come off the bench, and João Pedro is rarely gonna get 90 minutes. But if you didn't know that, like going into the first game week, and then you see that happening, him going off like pretty early, like. Yeah, that could probably be really frustrating.
Especially when it's 0-0, you know. Like, if he had a brace or something, I could maybe, you know, keep him on, but still, it's...
Yeah, exactly. It's the fact that he blanked as well.
That's it. Like, I don't know. Like I say, with it being game week 1, it's just I think it's a very unique game week, really, in the sense that, I don't know, like, we've discussed it a lot. Like, I don't feel like you should be making any transfers, personally, you know, in game week 1. Or game week 2, should I say? You know what I mean? I personally, I don't know. I think it's a bit too brash. And to be honest, especially if you got like going back to Noppy's team, like I got 81 points. Noppy got, what did you get, Noppy? 51?
51, yeah.
Right, so Noppy got 51, right? But you've got to look at it in the sense that, am I realistically going to get 81 points again this week? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe, but I doubt it. It usually doesn't work like that, you know. Whereas Noppy's players might perform this week, so I don't know. If you're looking at your team now thinking, I only got 54 points, or I didn't get the average, I'd probably say that's the best time to stick, because that's when that's happened to me and I've stuck, and then usually I get like 90 points. It's like, what? You know what I mean? It's kind of it's how it works in a way sometimes.
I feel like you should only make transfers now if you feel like you've messed up like big time. If there's a player that that maybe came off earlier than you expected or didn't play at all. Maybe they were on the bench. Maybe they're injured. Like, then get rid. But otherwise, I feel like you should at least give them 1 week to see how they do.
Yeah, at least.
Especially 100%. With players like João Pedro because he has West Ham this week. Lots easier than Palace, and I've seen quite a lot of people transfer out Watkins too, and he has Brentford this week. So like,
I don't really understand that. It doesn't make sense to me. But yeah.
Same with Wirtz. Give him at least one more week.
Yeah, give him time. Give him time. That's what I say. Yeah.
But yeah. I didn't do well first game week, but I feel happy about my team going into game week 2 at least. And I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, I think we have. Yeah, I can't think of anything else we haven't covered. I think we've covered everything really. Yeah. I mean, our 11s really haven't changed that much. I mean, you're pretty much bench boost, so everyone's playing. So it's, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting game week. I'm definitely going to look forward to the Newcastle Liverpool game. That's going to be big. That's going to be big. That's going to be big.
I'm going to hope Gu comes off the bench and
he might. You know, he might.
He actually might. I don't know.
Even if it's.
I don't know with Sunderland how they're gonna play. Maybe they play 2 up top with Isidore and Mayenda. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. It's gonna be interesting to see how everyone knee-jerks after this next coming week.
Yeah,
and
it.
Transfer out Wood again, and transfer in the new trendy, new flashy player.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you so much for talking with me, Cal. It was fun.
No worries. No, it's been good. Yeah, we'll do it again next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yeah. See you guys. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye.